Waking up in Boston town, best pups in the city all around. Let's get that tail wagging right, making every good day so bright. It's the Common Dog Podcast. Yeah, the Common Dog Podcast.
Hi, and welcome to the Common Dog Podcast. I am your host, Laura Donnell, and I have with me my general manager, JB. And this is Walter.
Walter.
I want to talk a little bit about Walter, what his history is. He has a very interesting history.
Very interesting history. Walter was actually a Russian street dog. So
A Russian street dog.
Yep.
So meaning he's from Russia and
He's
he
from-
lived on the streets in Russia. Like
for only like a few months.
in
Like
the
it wasn't.
city? Like
I
in-
don't remember
like-
exactly
Oh.
what the details was of where they found him.
Yeah.
But he came
So
from
his
Russia.
owners found him, or
His owners
a rescue found him?
a rescue found him, and his owners got him from a rescue.
I gotcha.
He started coming to us for daycare pretty much right away.
Right when they got him back here to the States.
Yeah, and we used to pick him up in the city in Boston on the bus when we had
On
a
the bus. We
so
love
he
the
was one of
bus.
our bus dogs.
We had to stop because just traffic got so horrible that
bad.
the dogs were spending more time on the bus
than
than
here or anywhere.
Yeah, it was just too much.
We were also spending
I
way
miss,
too much.
I miss the bus.
I
But
know, I
anyway,
miss it.
Walter probably misses the bus. Do you miss the bus, Walter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you good boy.
So he used to come in on the bus.
So he used to come in the bus. He was coming to us for a while, and I think we kind of just had like a conversation with the owners the one time, because they would kind of hide behind a corner in the building,
Waiting for
the bus.
to come. Yeah.
And we were like, what's going on? They're like, he's terrible. Like he will
Can't be
lunge
around
at
people or
everything, dogs, people, all the things. And we're like, why haven't you guys
Approached
approached
us.
us? Like, we'll help you with that.
We weren't seeing it.
Right. We don't see
Neither
it
on the
here.
bus nor
In
at daycare.
Like he's perfect here. He's perfectly fine. He loves everyone. He's
He had
sociable.
as I remember, he had a little
He has a
trouble
couple-
in the beginning.
He has a couple enemies.
As he got used to the
Right.
people and the space and the sounds and smells and all that, he was a little trepidatious and kind of
Yeah.
unsure, and therefore was like, I need my space, back off, this person or that dog or
Right.
whatever the case may be. We had to watch our P's and Q's with Walter when
Yeah,
he first started.
he wasn't perfect, but we were able to get him to follow and pretty
He got more
pretty
comfortable
easy. Yeah.
over time.
And then he always had some dogs that that dog isn't my friend and I don't like him.
Right.
So he's always kind of had those kind of.
Which we can deal with, right?
Right.
That's why we have separate yards.
We
and
separate
the
those dogs.
better
We have a
we know
list
the
of
dogs
dogs that we had. One
We
of them-
literally, in our software program in Paw Partners, we love Paw Partners, yay. In Paw Partners, it has an area where you can list where the dog's friends are, so we know, who they get on well with and who maybe they're not going to be super friendly with.
Yeah, so we scheduled a discovery meeting with them. It was the owner and the owner's daughter, and we had known Walter, me and the trainer that worked that discovery meeting. Walter loved us. We both did the bus. He loved us, so we weren't expecting what we got in the
Right.
discovery meeting. And so that kind of brings us to what we're talking about today, right? So we're talking about resource guarding.
Yep.
So, we weren't prepared for the fact that once his owner was in the vicinity, he did not want us near him.
No. So
Near
he
him.
loved us until his owner was there.
Right.
And then when we had the discovery meeting, correct me if I'm wrong, but they brought their daughter, who he was very, very attached to.
Their daughter is his person. That is his person.
And he resource guarded her. And the term resource guarding, a lot of people think it just refers to food
Toys,
or
a
bone,
bone.
right? No, it refers to all kinds of things. And what we see, certainly an uptick in terms of resource guarding, is people, especially owners on leash, right?
I've seen a dog resource guard a scent, like that they really wanted. So I've seen dogs resource guard pretty much anything.
Yeah, stuff that we wouldn't even consider to be on the list of resource guardable.
Right, right,
know?
like puke.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Puke,
my
yeah,
puke.
that's mine. You know, all kinds of stuff, water bowls, food,
Space, of course,
like
dog
just having the
beds, you know.
space. We've seen
Other
dogs.
dogs?
Right. We've
That's
seen
why
dogs.
one of my boxers got kicked out of daycare because she would
Resource.
pick a bitch, basically. She would pick a dog to be hers, and then she would resource that dog against everyone else in the yard, so she got fired.
Yeah, we have a handful of dogs that we know, like, okay, I can pet them for this amount of time in the yard, and then that's it. That's all they get, because
Right.
they'll start to be
Resource
like, this is
guard
mine.
you.
This is my person. Every other dog, get away from them. And we kind of follow that rule to a T for most dogs anyway, just in case, because you don't know.
Drive-by love.
Yeah.
So I have to give like my little love and affection as I drive by. Because absolutely to your point, if you spend, especially if you squat down, which is why we are not advocates for chairs or couches in our daycare, because dogs will start to get possessive over you, and they will resource guard you from other dogs, from other people. I mean, it's amazing how it can change like that. A dog that loves this other person,
Right.
but suddenly Walter decides he is, I've given him love and affection, and he's really enjoying this, and he doesn't want it to stop. So you start to come towards us, and he decides, no, you're not
Absolutely
coming towards
not.
us. I don't want this to stop, and you're threatening this experience I'm having. So it can even be just errant in the moment, not something that is even with any consistency.
Right.
That is resource guard.
Right.
They view the scent, the experience they're having, the person, the food, the toy, the bone, the other dog, the bed, as theirs. And they don't want anything to mess that up or stop it.
And, resource guarding is one of the most natural things for them to do.
Yeah.
And it's one of the hardest things to rewire.
Yeah.
Because
I have
that's
a sister
survival.
who's very much a resource guarder of her food. I remember as young people, it was like you would get a serious smack if you tried to take food off her plate. Right, Peggy?
But it's definitely it's survival for them. It's, I have this thing. This is what I need to survive. Don't anybody get near it.
Right.
Right. You know, that's,
And it's really not necessarily what they need to survive.
No.
But they've decided in that moment it is, and they do not want to give it up.
right. Exactly.
Right?
So yeah, we worked on their relationship and having it more of a teammate type of relationship. Like he's not yours, or I'm sorry, you're not his.
Right.
You're his owner, right? So they had to establish rules and boundaries and creating space from them. They
Structure
still
and
work on this
rules.
stuff to this day, and
Yep.
I think we did their board and train like 3 years ago.
I think it's longer than that.
Maybe longer than that.
I think it's longer than that.
But we've been working with them, they update us pretty consistently. And the other part of that whole equation for them in particular is where they live. So, they live in...
You were talking about him resource guarding and being very, very different at their house. Versus
Right.
here,
Right.
or even just in the presence of their owners. You went and did an in-home.
I did a lot of in-homes.
You did a lot of in-homes, but talk about the first in-home, because you came back saying, wow, Walter's a very, very different dog at his house.
Yep. So I can't remember exactly. I think we wanted to kind of see it at home too, before doing the board and train. So we did that, and even after the board and train too, when we went back to him after being with him for 3 weeks, dogs will humble you.
Yeah, well, and you were like, he loves me. This board and train went so well. We have such a deep connection. And then you went to his house.
Then I went to his house, and he wanted to eat me for like a solid 5 minutes before I was like, what are you doing?
Especially over the daughter, right? Especially over the daughter.
The daughter, the space, the other dog that was there at the time.
Didn't he used to sleep at her door and wouldn't let
He wouldn't.
anybody
Yeah.
into her
I don't
bedroom?
remember that in particular, but I do remember them saying that he used to sleep a little against her door. His attachment to her was serious. Like it was serious.
Unhealthy.
It was unhealthy. It was toxic. You know. Yeah. And they're so much better now. And everybody, you know, follows the rules.
Well, we gave them structure. That's our job as trainers. Was we, you know, found a path to fix the problem that worked for them and for Walter. And they stuck with it. They do their homework, and
they check in with
Walter,
us.
who was a dog that could not be handled, that they were very, very worried about him hurting someone or a dog, is now like chill as can be, super calm dog. I still would proceed with caution.
Oh yeah, they do.
Going to their home.
They 100% do. They still crate him in certain circumstances. For people that come frequently, they're a little bit more like able to do stuff. But when they have like, you know, say like the electrician or something coming in, or somebody doing construction,
Rhea and Eris both
he
go
goes
in
in a
crates.
crate and he's fine. He does well. You know, they have a home in the Cape too. He does really great there. Where they, you know, he's much more comfortable because it's less.
But that took time and a lot of work on their part. I mean, we figured out how to get him there, what was the best avenue to take to get him there in terms of the owner's goals. But resource guarding can be a very tricky thing. You can have a dog that's never shown an ounce of resource guarding and suddenly find something that they just think is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
And suddenly they're resource guarding it when
Yep.
they've never
done it
exhibited
before.
that behavior
Right.
ever before.
Right. Lana actually did it one year over the pool. And she hates water. And the one time I was able to get her into the water and she actually started to enjoy it, she then started growling over the pool. And I was like, all right, we're done with that.
We're done with the
We're
pool.
done with the pool. Like, what are you doing? But Lana historically will resource guard a ball. So she doesn't get a ball around dogs.
Right.
She won't do it with people. You can take anything out of Lana's mouth.
I told you that Rhea, my Malinois, she's 6, just turned 6. And was it last year or the year before where I had been letting her on the couch too much. She's not allowed on my furniture, but when she asks, hey mom, can I come up? She either gets told no and then looks all sad like somebody stole her dog. Or she gets told yes and then the world is wonderful and right as rain and she gets to sit up on the couch and fall asleep. That's really all she wants, is to be on the couch, not really necessarily with me. And I walked into the living room and I said, come on, off the couch, and she growled at me.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Remember that? I came to you and I totally told on her. I was like, you're not going to believe what she did.
Yeah.
So then she was banned from the couch for months.
Lana still to this day, like I've been letting her on the couch a lot more. She's 10.
She's 10.
She's 10. We're getting into that mode where I'm just like, you know what? She's 10. She's fine. It's not that much of a problem. She's in group a little bit less. I try to remember to bring her upstairs.
Yeah.
The break room.
Tired. And then she gets cranky.
And then she gets cranky and she's bitchy and all kinds of fun stuff. But I've been letting her on the couch a lot at night. And now she still asks.
Yeah.
Don't get me, she will still ask. But if I say no, she'll go away. And then she'll come back.
The worst thing in
5 minutes later. Yeah. And then I'm just like,
Rhea's like, are you sure? Are you sure you're
like,
saying no?
Fine, just come up. It's fine.
We give in too much.
Yeah. You know.
But that's when and everybody's like, why? Why is that giving in? Why shouldn't you have your dog on? Because when she starts to get on the couch too much, then she possesses it and she feels like it's her space and her place.
And it's her right.
And then you tell her to get off.
And then she growls at you. Right.
And I can assure you don't want a Belgian Malinois standing on the couch growling in your face.
With Lana, it's like more so she starts acting up with me. She gets more. Lana and I have a very weird relationship. It is like two best friends that fight every so often. That I just, I'm just like, what is your problem? And she's like, barking back at me. And those spurts of time will happen more frequently.
She's your best friend.
She is. She is. And we fight, we connect, but she will listen to me when push comes to shove. 99.99% of the time. There are those
barking.
Barking is literally like the only real problem I have with her. But if I say come, she comes. If I tell her to leave it, she leaves it. If I tell her to get off the couch, she'll get off the couch. Yeah. But she tests everything, Yeah. And I was talking to a client yesterday who has a corgi, the one that has the tail.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's really fighting me. And I was like, so listen.
And regressed.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like,
she'd been fine for a couple years, and now all of a
Right.
sudden, out of the blue, everything's an argument.
everything's an argument. I'm like, it's normal.
It's normal.
It's normal. It's like, I fight, like I explained to her, I was like, I fight with Lana probably every other year where we have like a blowout and I'm just like done with her.
You got to get through it.
And you got to get through it and then we're
past
fine, right? But it happens pretty frequently enough where I'm like, we're going through the thing. This is the thing. We're fighting. It's fine. We'll get over it. But she won't resource guard anything though. That is the one thing that I've never.
Walter.
Oh my gosh, buddy. He didn't even.
Oh my gosh, that's eye-watering. Holy smokes.
He didn't even move.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Anyway, sorry, we had to take a small pause due to
Flatulence.
Loss of oxygen. Or at least acceptable oxygen. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you and Lana every year or so, year and a half, have to have a little
Blowout.
takedown to make sure Lana understands the hierarchy in your household. I don't have that relationship with either one of my dogs, but I do think that my super dumb boxer is not super dumb. She's like the smart
plays it.
blonde, right? She just plays it. She's like, oh, I'm so stupid. Look, I accidentally knocked this plate over with this steak.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. What happened?
Oh no, what happened? Yeah, she pushes the envelopes here and there in terms of what she wants. She's no dummy, but Rhea tells on herself. She'll go and do something that she knows is wrong, like ate the block of cheese off of the counter.
And then comes in looking guilty.
And then it's like,
I did a thing.
I did a thing. And you're going to have to go investigate what it was until you figure it out. And then she'll literally come with me and I'll be like looking around going, what'd you do? What'd you do? And she's doing I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me.
Lana does the bark and then, I'm not supposed to bark.
I'm not supposed to bark.
But I'm going to bark and then, I'm not
did it
supposed to
again.
bark. She does it all the time. And I'm just like, just don't bark, man. Like, get
I don't know.
off.
She probably likes the weird little, oh, I'm in trouble.
She's funny. She's so funny.
But we digress, talking about our own dogs. Resource guarding is definitely a huge problem with what a lot of people mislabel as aggression, right? So you've got an owner with their dog on leash and they're walking down the sidewalk and they're claiming, oh, my dog is aggressive towards other dogs.
Or my dog is protecting me.
Or aggressive towards other dogs, or they're protecting me. Oftentimes when they say their dog is aggressive towards other dogs, they haven't put together the fact that it's actually about them. Then there's other people who are, he's protecting me, which at least they're associating the behavior with themselves, right? But when you've got a client who believes their dog is aggressive, and then we do a discovery meeting, which is why we do discovery meetings, so we can figure out together what's really going on. It has nothing to do with dog aggression. They are resource guarding their owner from other dogs. They don't want their owner to have anything to do with any other dogs. Right.
This is my thing.
This is my human. Get away. And then there's owners who misconstrue that behavior, thinking they're protecting them. Oh, he's very protective of me. He won't let any other dog come near me. And that's usually wrong. It's not. They're not protecting you from the other dog. They're owning you. They're quite literally owning you. They are resource guarding you because they feel they own you and no other dog should come near you. And it is so difficult, I think, for some
people
owners
to
understand that.
And here's the thing, like, dogs are not, like, yes, they are social animals, they are pack animals, but they are also extremely self-serving.
Very self-serving. Like children, like little kids.
They love you.
Right. Here, Mommy, I brought you a cookie after you found that they were stealing cookies from the pantry.
But
it's like, you were bringing me a cookie.
They love you because you give them their survival, right?
Yeah.
They're aware of it. They're not stupid.
Right.
And they think that, another dog is going to potentially take that away from them.
They view you as a resource. So they don't want to lose that cookie provider.
And when you think of the traditional sense of resource guarding, when we talk about toys and bones and food, what our first step is, the dog now no longer has free access to that thing, right?
Come.
Good boy.
You don't want to be on the bed.
You don't want to be on the
He
bed.
doesn't want to be on the bed. All right. It doesn't have to be.
Hi, buddy. I know.
He's like, I'm not allowed to jump up on people.
I
Bad dog
know.
trainer, trying to get me in trouble, do something I'm not supposed to do. There you go, boy.
So, you think of the traditional sense of resource guarding. The first step that we'll usually do is say, okay, your dog does not have free access to their food. They don't have free access to their toys. They don't have free access to the bone. You're in control of all of those things.
Right.
So now when we talk about a human, that is a very difficult resource to eliminate from the dog's.
Right. You're a part of their life
So-
every day, day in and day out.
Almost 100% of the time, there's an avenue of separation anxiety going on there too.
They coexist.
Could coexist usually. So usually what will tell people is to start creating your dog, start creating separation,
Space.
kick them off of the couch, kick them off of your bed, start reclaiming your space.
I think he's just curled up
He
over
just
there.
curled up. He likes corners. Russian street dog.
Russian street dog. I gotta have my back covered
Gotta
so
have my
I
back
know nobody's
covered,
sneaking up
right?
behind me.
That's why he likes his crate.
Yep.
He loves a crate. That's the first thing he did when he came in here.
It is the first thing he did when he came up
went
here
right
in
into
the
that
training
crate.
room. He went right into a crate up here.
Crates aren't cruelty. They are
Nope.
not. So.
Well, they're dogs. Dogs are dead animals. They literally dig holes to go in them.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of resource guarding, I used to have a dog when I worked for a different place. But I used to go pick dogs up at their house. I used to have a dog that would resource guard the holes that he would dig into his yard. And they had chicken coops on top of it, and he was a livestock guardian dog. And so he would dig a hole. He would dig a hole, and he would hide in the hole, and I would have to go and get him.
Surprise!
And he would growl at me, and then all I would have to do is be like, "What do you like? Get out of the hole!" And then he
Right.
would get out of the hole, and he'd be fine.
Yeah.
But he would resource guard the
Well, Rhea
holes.
did the exact same thing when we went camping this past weekend for my birthday. She dug a hole and then she resource guarded it from Eris. She wouldn't let Eris go near the hole.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes that's a game
Yep.
in that regard. Sometimes like they're just like, I have this.
mine.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is mine.
mine."
Get over it.
Right.
They'll play.
To entice play.
Right. They'll do the dogs. We have that bench outside. They'll do the whole King of the Hill
Right.
game
Yep.
where I'm on the bench now.
Right.
And then like they fight over it, and then I'm on the bench now, and then they
as
go
long
back
as
and
it's
forth.
healthy play like that, that's fine. You get a dog that takes himself a little too serious, bench time's over.
Yeah, and we have a list of dogs that can't go out when the pool is going on.
Because they resource guard
Or
the pool.
There's
Or even our water park. They'll literally resource guard where the water shoots up from the ground.
Yep.
And they won't, and it only does it sporadically, right? So they'll stand right where the water shoots up and wait for it and then bite at the water when it shoots up,
Yep.
but they'll snap at any dog that comes near that space, even if the water isn't shooting up. They're
Yep.
like, I know it's coming.
I know it's coming.
This is my toy, my weird
The
sporadic water
bubbles.
shooting toy.
We have a
Bubbles.
list of dogs that can't be around the bubbles.
Yep.
So we'll have to move them while we do the bubbles.
Pretty much any German Shepherd can't be around Anne because they immediately. She's got German Shepherd somewhere in her bloodline. I'm not sure. She's part German Shepherd for sure because German Shepherds have
She
never
will
even met her.
ignore them.
Never look at them. Never talk to them.
Because she knows, and she'll ignore them.
And they still are like, "You're a German Shepherd. I love you."
The weenies do it to me too.
Yeah. Well, you must admit something. I don't have it with boxers, and I adore boxers.
I don't know. We had a span where we had like 4 dachshunds that we did like board and trains with or did training with. They
Yeah.
were all long-haired males. And for whatever reason, they just all came out as perfect as could humanly possibly be for the situations that they all were in.
Yeah.
And it was like this weird like epiphany that I had. I was like, geez, I like read dachshunds way too easily
Well,
after
it's a
being
breed
with them.
you love. I mean, I can read boxers really well too.
But I have a hard time with female dachshunds.
Oh.
So like Lana, I started working with Vienna a little bit too. Vienna's mom and stuff. They're hard.
Yeah.
They're jerks.
It's a wonder you love.
I know. Oh man, there was something I was just gonna say too. It was about when I was pregnant. The two times I was
never ran
pregnant.
into that when I was pregnant with either of my kids either.
In the yard.
Oh, well, I didn't own the common dog.
Yeah,
back then.
I was in the yard when I was through both of my pregnancies, and the dogs would just fan out in front of me and just stay by me.
I mean, I've had dogs do it who I've never met. Like, I have no idea, never had anything to do with this dog ever. And suddenly they're like, "You're mine, I love you, and no one should come near you."
Right.
Dogs are weird.
They just pick somebody, and you're just like, why?
Why?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
fine. I mean, Charlie, Charlie Shay, yeah. He will just,
He adores you.
I never did
Adores
anything.
you.
I never did
You're like his
anything.
heir.
And his mom gets so mad. She picked him up yesterday, and she's picking him up, and he walks right past her.
Right past her.
Right past her, goes right to me, and she's just like, ugh. I'm like, sorry.
Well, some I can associate the why. So like Tatum, big boy, my boyfriend. Dad had him. He was picking him up yesterday, and he walked right by Dad and came over and got his smush face because I give him smush face kisses, which you're not supposed to do around other dogs. There were no other dogs actually around. It was just him. But that's all he needed was like his smush face of love, right? He and I have this little connection. So it can be little things like that with dogs who aren't just overtly obsessed with you, but they have, this need from you, and they have to get that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that Charlie, I think the only thing that I think I was the one that took him back for his trial day. That's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe.
But that's happened too, where I've been the one that's brought the dog in the first time, or a desk person was the first one, and they're like, I remember you, like you're the first thing that I saw here, or
it's like a baby bird imprinting on you or something.
They do. They imprint on you. Yeah. It's crazy. For like why? No idea.
No idea. But resource guarding is a serious thing, and it can escalate into a very serious thing. Right, where they will resource guard you. You're sitting on the couch with your dog, and they don't want you to leave. So they will literally bite you to make you stay. So you'll freeze and stay because you're too afraid to get up off the couch because you're afraid your dog is going to bite you because you moved.
That's why I'm really like, do not let your dog resource guard your baby if you have a child.
Yeah.
Because
and people think it's cute.
It's not.
It's horrible.
It's not. My dad will send me like cute videos.
Don't throw your dad under the bus.
Just like
this is our live podcast. We love her dad. He's great.
I love my dad, but he said everybody else kind of
he makes mistakes for sure, like everyone does with dogs.
It's not that. It's that he'll send me videos of dogs, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is so cute," and I'm like,
"This isn't cute. This is horrific."
It's not. And then I have to explain to him why it's not, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't drive through Boston without wanting to pull over at least 10 times, watching people struggle with their dogs. I'm like, how's that harness working out for you as it drags you in front of a tractor semi-tractor trailer?
Yeah. But, like the resource guarding with babies, when a dog has like a bone, so like the most normal thing that people think of with resource guarding, right, is a bone, and you go to grab it, the first thing the dog is going to do is go, ha! And like bite down on it. So I'm always like, be very cautious of how your dog treats your kids, your babies, because they use their teeth to show ownership sometimes of the thing.
Rhea, still to this day, does not like it when I pick up her food bowl. So we practice, but I am respectful. I tell her,
I'm going to pick it up.
Sit, and then I pick it up, and she won't make eye contact with me. She just sits there, panting, like, okay, I'm getting it back, right? And then I put it back. And then she can continue to eat. Because you should be able to take something away from your dog. What if they get something that they shouldn't have?
Right.
That could be poisonous. That could be dangerous.
And there's a fine line with the food.
But I don't just sit there and go, give me your food because I'm the master and I control everything.
Right.
No, that's a bunch of malarkey. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Don't do that because then you're going to create.
Right, then you're going to create the problem. But respectfully done, be like, hey, back up, stay, be able to remove the bone, the toy, the child that's in their mouth. Just kidding. So, oh my goodness, really, we are just going to, so sorry, guys.
She's kind of important.
Not really. I'm just going to turn it off, actually. So, shut down, power off. But it is important to be able to remove something from your dog's mouth. Rhea doesn't like it, but she'll let me do it. But when I first got her, oh no, I got her when she was about 6 months old, and she was not going to relinquish anything. Nada, nothing. If it was in her mouth, it was hers.
See, I never had to deal with that with Lana. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It's just it's not with people. Never with people. It's always with dogs.
Yeah.
So I know, I don't have a second dog, so I don't have to really worry about it so much. But I know if there's a dog around, hey, she don't get a ball.
Right.
It's just not happening.
Right.
I'm not chancing it.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, Rhea can't go in my group because she's an idiot with other dogs. But if she has structure and focus, she can do our structured daycare.
Yeah.
And do that really well. She can go hiking with me and my husband and my kids and be completely off leash on her e-collar, so I have recall in case there's some sort of emergency.
Right.
I can, she might be so far ahead, may not be able to hear me. I give her a recall stimulation. She comes running back, like follows all the rules and does not care about other dogs off leash hiking or on leash.
Yep.
Doesn't make any difference to her because she's got something to focus on. But here, it's just way too much stimulation. And that's just further evidence that, Rhea is a good dog. She is an extremely well-trained dog. Doesn't make her a bad dog because she can't go into my regular daycare group.
Yeah.
It's just too much for her.
I always try to explain to people that it's a sensory thing most of
Right.
the time. It's not necessarily that it's a anger or aggression thing.
Right.
It's I cannot handle this.
This is too
thing.
much.
This is too
It's
much.
too much for me.
I always do the whole, your dog is hitting your 30s analogy.
I don't want to go to the bar
I don't want to
anymore.
go to the bar anymore, or I do want to go to the bar. The one that I used the other day, I was like, imagine that you're just at the bar, like chatting with your friends, and some guy, like you're doing trivia night, and some guy comes over and tries to dance up on you, and you're just like, oh my God, what? Go away. Like, what would you
Sometimes
do?
you have to bring the fangs out.
Right. I was like, what would you do? And the owner that I was explaining it to, she was like, probably hit him. I'm like, well, yeah, like your dog's kind of doing that in group because they're just like, no, I don't want this kind of attention.
And that's the case with a lot of dogs. Rhea's never been able to do group. She's a Belgian Malinois. She's, a cat on a hot tin roof. Like, there is no off button. She does not self-regulate unless she's been around me. We just last weekend, we ran her 6 miles. While we were on bicycles, she ran 6 miles. We did a mile vertical hike, and then she swam. And
again, you're never going to burn a dog like that out.
Right?
You are never going to tire them out. They are meant to be.
And she's 6.
Yeah, they're meant. I mean, Lana will go for 2 miles.
I mean, this was hours.
Yeah.
Hours of exercise.
Yeah, Lana
running up and down and all over the rocks.
You get Lana in the woods, that girl is just up and down logs and in
her
trails,
legs are only this long.
and she will go for like 2 to 3 miles.
That's why you gotta have them use their noodle.
Right.
That tires them out more than any kind of exercise.
You got to show them how to settle down.
Yeah.
You have to
learning
shut
how
them
to
off.
self-regulate, just like with people.
Right. I mean, we were talking to one of an owner that just had a dog for board and train, and we were like, you have to turn them off. Like, you're not going to sit there and wait for your 3-year-old toddler to tell you when he has to take a nap, because it's not going to happen.
Nope. They're going to get overtired and then crazy.
So,
exactly what happens with dogs.
Yeah. So you have to tell your dog, nope, you need to take a nap. Yeah. Like, you're tired. They should be sleeping.
Go relax. Right. Go in your crate and sleep.
Sleep. Right.
Most people don't realize how much dogs need sleep.
That's the other thing that Lana Resource guards. The crate.
The crate?
From dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, which again, I don't have to deal with until I go and visit my parents, or if, one of my friends is watching her with their dogs, she will growl when they come near her in a crate.
Get away from my space.
Get away from my space. This is mine. Get away from it.
Right.
So,
yeah.
She likes being in the crate that much.
So when you hear trainers or anybody kind of talking about resource guarding, understand that it's not because their dog is aggressive, right? Their dog isn't necessarily. It's not just based on food or their toy or a bone, and it may not be an ongoing problem, or it may have never been a problem and just kind of started. Why is my 5-year-old dog suddenly resource guarding the couch? Right? These things can come up sometimes for no apparent reason whatsoever. They can come and go. or they can literally be like tattooed on the dog. I am always going to have a problem with tennis balls.
Right.
Lana is always going to have a problem with tennis balls with other dogs around. She feels
annoying.
all tennis balls should be hers, for sure. And if you've ever played catch with Lana, you would understand what we're talking about.
Anytime anybody bring it, I'm like, put it away, because
So.
she will never stop.
Yep. Let us know about any questions you have in terms of your dog and resource guarding. You can email us at training@commondog.com. What should be our tip of the day?
I would say teaching a solid out or drop.
Yeah, I use drop it.
Drop it.
And we
Or
were just
leave it.
working that yesterday with a dog that was here for a board and train. She was chewing on a toy and got a little too into it and started to pull out some stuffing and then didn't want to let it go. So and we were working on drop it, and it wasn't working so well, and I have the little holes in my thumb to prove it. But that is really, really important, because what if they get something in their mouth that they shouldn't have in their mouth, and it could be a real danger. A solid drop it.
And there's a lot of different
Or
ways to
out.
teach that.
Lots of different
So-
ways to teach that.
And it's very dependent on the dog. Very dependent on the dog. So you
Absolutely.
would probably have to call us.
Give us a call or send us an email. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you next week.